And ladies and gentlemen, we're off to the races. The purpose, hello everybody, welcome to the report, the deep dive. The purpose of this particular meeting is to go through some of the standard reports from Enterprise Intergov to see if they may meet the needs of the custom reports that we have previously developed for desktop. And with that, I'll hand it over to Jason Huffenagel.
Okay, so I was looking at a number of the BSD reports, the Building and Safety Development reports, mostly for, because when I talked to Anne-Marie, and I also believe I talked to Chandra, that all the reports have to be done by a different department, but it's the exact same report. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, similar, yes.
Okay, okay, I just want to make sure that that's the case. Okay, my only question with that is for, let's say, Public Works. You know, some of these BSD reports are like, let's say, the final permit for new dwelling units. Would that report also be running for Public Works as well, or no?
Yeah. No, mainly it would be the permit report.
Okay.
We went through a whole bunch of BSD reports, and the ones we wanted, we said make it flexible for use by land development.
And planning uses some of them as well, like the new dwelling permit report as well, but we don't need anything special. It doesn't matter if it does building and safety. Okay, good. Yeah, that doesn't matter.
All right, well, so I looked at the, so I'm just gonna pull up one of those, the BSD completed permit statistics. And it's listed right now as a standard modified. I'm just gonna drop it in over here. This is, so for this one, it just brings over, you know, the building, the total for how many building permits for OTC addition, and the valuation, square foot, and dwelling units. Those are the custom fields that we brought over, as well as the status, it looks like.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the report viewer for this. The report, it's called, it's report setup, and I just wanna permit reports viewer. And I'm just gonna see if I'm gonna try to iterate that exact same one. So let me just bring this
Jason,
back.
I'm going to interject just a minute, because this video, I might share this with some of the steering committee members, so I want to make sure that they can follow. So we're looking at some of your standard reports right now. Is that right?
Yes, yes. These are the standard reports that can be, you know, easily just created within the new enterprise. These are the ones that are just come standard, like contract listing. So for this one, I would just, you know, drop in the dates and end dates, and then, you know, filter out by apply date, expiration date, final date, last inspection date, and then group them by, you know, project or district or type of work class. So they'd all be grouped together. And there's multiple reports like that.
So those are off of the standard fields that you have, correct? Not custom fields.
These are not, there's no customization added to these currently. I mean, you can customize these a little bit. I mean, they're not custom reports. They can be, you just tweak a standard report. You can add certain text library. So like for this is the report text library area, where, so for like business renewal license, I could add in certain amount of text you would want to put in there for a standard report. Or let's say certification signatures or certification of occupancy notes. Those can all be added to the reports or documents, so they have what your static text would be in there. So you wouldn't need to have to create a huge custom report. You could go off what the information we have.
You were going to show us the report, the BSD report that you had on the screen, how you could customize your out-of-the-box report to give me the same information?
Yes. And so that's what I was just showing. Yeah. So for this one, it was called Building and Safety Active Permits. And so for this, I mean, you could, you know, you would have to set a date, unfortunately, and then you'd filter out, you know, expirations or final date. I'm going to do final date for 1 second for this, and then you just do work class additional details as well. Oh, this is not the report I wanted to do. Sorry. That's not the one I want to show. Sorry about that.
Okay.
So this is the one I did earlier. It was just completed reviews by due date by department. And I don't think this is going to be what you guys want, if I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Because it does separate it out by, you know, this does it by reviews. This isn't what you guys would need. I'm trying to figure out, and that's what I'm trying to figure out the best one for you. And from what you guys have for being desktop, I'm trying to figure out the best thing.
So a lot of our reports pull from our custom fields, and this seems like this is just out of the box pulling from the standard fields you have. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes, that is. You can add to the reports like this. So like on here, this is, I'm looking at the report. So let's say if I wanted to go to permit reports. So for here, you could, let's say you wanted to pull in permit, issuance summary. You could add custom fields of what you wanted to pull in from there. So you could say, I wanted, let's go to building commercial. You wanted to pull, yes, dwelling units. I can scroll down to that.
Number of units.
Yeah, well, there's none in I don't think, in commercial.
Right.
So for the permit issuance, I think that can be common to planning, to fire, building and safety, and land.
Like if you wanted to see what reports, like numbers,
yeah,
that would be good.
Yeah.
That could be common.
That could be common.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you so many grading permits, so many encroachment permits for us, and you guys can have different categories on the building side.
So you don't have a report that in there that you can show us today that draws from custom fields. That's my.
Well, no, this will draw from custom fields. So let's say the permit listing one. I mean, you can choose what custom fields you want to draw from to create it.
And that goes across the board. I'm sorry, that goes across the board to all reports or just certain reports?
All reports, like in our standard, we can pull any custom fields that we have as associated with the permit, and as well as we can pull all that information. It's just how you want it to look is going to be, very standard. It's going to look like, this with just added information to it.
For building and safety, if you can tell me that with 100% positivity, guess that's the word.
Certainty, yeah, certainty, yeah.
Wait, that all of the reports that I gave you, the BSD report, that Enterprise has that functionality to provide all that information on all those reports in your standard report with just choosing these little filters, then I don't necessarily care on how it looks as long as the end result is exactly what we have.
Okay.
For the content.
For the content.
I'm gonna give you the certainty. I don't think 100% of the BSD reports can be reported with the standard reports. I don't think 100%. I'm gonna make that 100% certainty on my side.
I figure that out.
Okay. So that's.
I think there'd be a number that could be done like that. Okay. I think a number of them can be done.
I'd like you to tell me which reports with 100% certainty can be used or can be done this way, and get all the information and the data that we have, and which ones can't.
Okay.
So it would seem as, I'm sorry, Jason, but these aren't even my reports. I'm Veronica, I'm planning, but it just seems that if there is a way of using one of your standard reports, and you guys know better which custom, which custom fields you'd have to add to get what building and safety needs, then that would be the standard practice you would do anyway. And if it's absolutely not possible to use a standard report, then you start from scratch, like kind of what we're doing now, right? I mean, that should be standard practice.
But I mean, I would think you would be able to tell me which ones with 100% certainty, which ones we can use.
Right.
If it is set up so that you can draw from any of the custom fields, then it's you just selecting that custom field.
But you
Yes.
just said that can't guarantee all of the ESD reports can be done this way.
That's our mission.
So
figure that out.
I just did this one real quickly, and what it is the permit issuance summary. And so right here where it says for use text bank for municipality name, that you can add in there anything you want for that text bank right here. I just wanted to show you this one since this is what the BSD permit issuance you guys use now by work class with project name. This is what is currently there. So
all the fields on that BSD report are in your standard report that you just showed me?
The only thing that's not in here right now, which I can add, is dwelling units. Everything else, though, is in there, has got and the way it's set up, though, right now, it's got some overlapping naming, and that might need to be worked out with how it looks.
Would it be
But
possible to put these side by side?
yes. Hold on one second. Sorry. I'll have to do all my screens. Hold on one second. I'm gonna have to show all my screens.
So, Jason, this has been my question from the beginning. When we first initially started talking about reports back in January, I asked that if EnerGov could show me that their standard out-of-the-box reports could give me all the information I needed on my BSD reports, that I could be okay with that, even though the formatting was different. I don't necessarily care what it looks like as long as all the data is in there.
Okay.
And that's what I haven't gotten an answer on. So I'm hoping that with this, we're going to get a solid answer.
That's our goal. Report by report.
So right now in here is the permit type. It's got the permit work class. I mean, we can take out certain things out of here as well. We have the valuation, we have fees paid, which is not on here, and project is not on here since it just has none currently on there. Valuations here, so is square footage. We have permits issued, which we can also drop, but you guys were also looking for an issue date. We set it up as the issuance date of this date to I set up a parameter of what dates it was doing it in. The issue date, does it need to be on the report? What was that, Amory?
It doesn't have the specific date it was issued, you just have the parameter of date. So we know that during maybe March 1st and March 10th, all of these permits were issued, but I don't know on which date those permits were issued on your report, those specific ones.
Yes, that is correct. Let me see.
So, Jason, I was trying to, we couldn't see because the third monitor, it was too small to see, and I was trying to adjust it. So now we can only see the one monitor. I don't know how to fix that.
So could you add issue date to your report?
I'm trying to figure out because it doesn't show it. That's part of the original part of the report. It's not part of the custom fields, the issue date. When you run the report on the standard ones, it doesn't show you the date, the issue date like that for the standard ones that I've seen.
Okay, so then this report, when it matched our BSD report.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Jason, do you have 3 monitors?
Yes, I have 3 monitors.
All right, well, right now, thanks to me, I messed it up. Now we see 1, and we see a blank monitor.
Okay, all right. Let me close one monitor and see if that happens. I'm just because this is my laptop.
That was my doing. It was just so small with 3 monitors. I was trying to change the resolution, and I bumped one of your monitors off the screen somehow. Sorry, everybody. probably work on one monitor if you just simply took the two windows and put them side by side on one monitor. Oh, we see part of another monitor. Oh, looks like you left. Jason, are you able to hear me on the phone?
Yeah, but then that means I have to do,
I think you might have put
March 1st,
Yeah,
March 1st.
you might come back.
30 sheets.
That does that make, I think later on, Kurt, whenever the energy is hired, that we'll be able to manipulate all the stuff.
I think so.
Getting a report should be a simple thing. I mean, they'll know Crystal and they'll be able to. Okay.
Yeah, and I guess this is my confusion. I sent them and I know I keep going back on this, Kurt, and I'm sorry, but I sent them the Crystal report formula.
Oh, I know.
For our report.
Right. Should be very strict.
So it should be kind
Hey,
of.
sorry about that, Kurt.
That's all right. I'm glad
Can
you're
you hear
back. Yes, I hear you. Do I need to, I think I need to give you,
One second.
looks like you've left the meeting altogether. Oh, there you are. Should I give you control? I'll give you, make you presenter again.
Yeah, I closed my laptop and it shut down all of it. I apologize by trying to share two monitors.
Yeah. Thank you
Whose idea was that?
trying. Yeah, whose idea was that? Thank you for trying. Maybe instead of, what happens with multiple monitors is it narrows down to a very narrow band. Maybe if we had one monitor and just minimize the two windows and put it side by side.
All right, let me try that.
Old school.
Set the camera back to one monitor, and I'm like, good night, man. Yeah.
You guys remember the days before there were color monitors?
Oh,
Black and white?
Yeah.
I just remember the green. I remember the green ones. The old
The green one? Yeah.
The blue screen.
Yeah.
Where you had to drop in a floppy disk to do anything.
There, I think this is better.
Yeah, oh, yeah, yes.
Now we can see them.
All right.
Thank you for jumping through those hoops.
And how important is the project? Right? I mean, do you guys ever use this by work class? It just does that. You can use that one. Yeah, right.
So once you have work for us.
Right.
So as long as you still have the work you have.
And that's my thing. Everybody uses
Like right now, I need to do stuff for Jenny.
Yeah.
And
because I've tried to run search queries, you know how you have that section, and it doesn't never work.
right, it doesn't. The customer reports right now don't work.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
The standard out.
Yeah.
So now from this point forward, we should be able to begin going through reports one by one. And what we're looking for is reports that can be met with standard, and we give them a thumbs up. We don't need to build that. One that has something that we need, and that's a thumbs down, we build that.
Okay.
So I've got my pen and paper ready because I can't type on my computer, but shall I start taking notes about the reports that each one in turn, maybe if we identify the name of the report, I'll make a note of the name, and then we'll talk about it, and we'll decide build or not build.
That would be perfect.
Is that the way to proceed?
Yeah. That way we can make sure that each field is represented on each report.
All right, Jason, the only list that I know of the list of reports are the lists that we have in the reports tracker.
That is correct.
So what should we do? Should we go into reports tracker and let you guide us?
I have it open right here. No, you took it. I have it right here. So I've only selected right now the building ones, and I made sure I selected all the statuses, ones that were not canceled. That's what I did.
Okay, I will be your scribe. As we pick one, just give me the title, and then I'll let you guys talk about it.
All right. Well, let's talk about permits expired. So it immediately tells me it's not covered by standard reports. So I'm going to go ahead and just say this is not going to be handled by standard reports when I look at it, because someone had already said this would not be covered by it.
So we're going to call that a build.
Yeah, because that it generates the letter. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me ask you a question on that one. How does enterprise? What's the functionality for expired permits? Do you guys have you don't have an out of the box expire letter or report?
I know we can have a document. It wouldn't be for a letter. It would be more of a document and wouldn't be a report. Since when you say it's an expired you're talking about an expiration of like a permit, so you would send it off to the person, right?
Right. So right now, desktop prints based on that report prints out a stack of letters that we just fold and put in an envelope.
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
That's all the information needed for the applicant.
This would apply only to building and safety because I don't.
You guys don't do that. And Andrew wrote that Crystal report. Yeah, it was our Crystal report. I mean, that's not just a standard report.
Permit that has been issued, no activity for under 7 days, whatever.
Which was so helpful.
Gotcha. Yeah, currently I don't see anything out of the box we have for expiration.
Okay.
I don't see anything we have for that. And so I would assume it would be the same thing for the permits for 30 days to expire.
Correct.
I'm assuming it's going to be like that as well, since it's another expiration one as well. The public report activity report. Let me see this.
Public activity. What was it again?
Yeah. Let me.
Permit activity report.
We call it public because that's the one we give out to the public if they want permit activities because it has less information. Well, enough information to.
So this is public permit activity.
Yes.
Yeah, permit activity report. Yeah.
I want to make sure I get it exactly right.
Is that? We're looking now to see if that's out of the box.
So this is grouped together by work class with project name, right?
That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That's the work class. We were looking at the public activity. That's the BSC by work class.
Okay.
So one up on the tab.
There you go. Yeah.
When I open up in here, the report that comes up is, just want to make sure I got it. Okay. Permit activity report. Okay. So it says the description on here. Tells me.
Issue date.
Okay. The issuance, the owner info, issued, valuation, square feet. Okay. And this is done from permits issued from Monday. Okay, let me see.
We could use that.
No, I don't know. Yeah, you guys want that one too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could use that.
But then it would have to be specific to
Land development.
your land development.
Chandra, are you using the permit module then for all of your things?
We are going by whatever reports that they have.
No, that's just your entry, like, well, yeah, they have search from permits, grading permits. Are you still using plan for like your plan reviews?
You have to see where we go with that.
Oh, you don't know yet?
No, everything is done in permits.
So even your plan reviews are done in permits, okay.
Did I just realize that there are maybe another column I need to have, which is which of the departments can use that permit?
Right.
Because this component.
Use which can use the report, but just customized to their type
Right.
of permit.
So the 30-day, the expiry ones, we don't use.
That like permits expired. That is just for building.
And we're not really part of this portion, Kurt, because we don't have anything in.
But you use the report.
But we just print, we just
All right.
need to see them. We don't need anything, we don't need, our data's not gonna be reflected because we don't have any.
But Fire wants the ability
Yeah.
to have some of these reports specific for them too.
Darn it, we need fire in this
I
meeting.
know, they're all in training this week.
I know. Did we decide on public permit activity?
I don't know, he's gonna show us a bit, but it should work.
So this is the permit activity report. We can change the name of it on here, but so what it does, it shows me, it says, and I just did it quickly by the work class. I could do it by permit type, but it shows me, COM 00120 2019. It tells me it's an addition, building, commercial permit. The district, it shows me the project, the work class, issue date, description of the work, and it can show, it's got other custom fields in here right now currently. You can take those out if need be, but currently it just shows a couple things. It says last, and it shows a lot more information on here than this has currently. But it shows square footage, it shows, but
so when okay, that could work as long as it looks like I have the ability to add more information and I have the ability to see all the information we already have.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yeah, that's what I see from this, yes, for the permit activity one.
Okay.
It has these.
That works for us.
So this is the no build.
This looks like it could be, they're out of the box.
Okay, let's call it that, out of box.
So now let me ask you a question, Jason. So every time I run that report, do I have to select the filters and all of that with each time I run it? Or can I save the filters across the board and create that report so that you just have to run the report and add the date?
I think you have to put the filters in there for that. I believe so. For these out of the box ones like that. Yeah, I think you would have to. So yeah, you'd have to choose the filters for it and the dates for it every single time you would want to run it.
That can be standardized with our own guy.
Okay.
So this is for building and safety and land development, both. Okay.
And fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's a biggie one. We just knocked. That's the big one we just knocked out right there.
Okay.
Saved 8 hours of time. 45 minutes of work. 30 minutes.
All right. The SMIP fee detail. Now, this says someone already said this one could be used as standard report, requires customization to it. So I'm just going to bring up what this thing looks like from your point of view. So it just shows me what permits and how much money or the SMIP fee paid.
Yeah, so this is we have to report this to the state, and so we need to know that specific fee, how much money we've taken in.
Oh,
Okay.
so it's one particular fee that you identify and you are reporting on that?
Yes.
That would be useful for us too.
Okay.
So it's useful for the two of you, but do we just? I was still focusing on the name of the report. Is this a build? We haven't decided yet.
No, we haven't decided right now.
And
I think it's called SMIP permit. SMIP fee detail. I think that's what it's called. Right?
Yeah.
And so can we set it up so that it can work for any fee that we identify?
That's what I'm trying to figure out the best way to go about this. Yes. For this fee one, I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do this one.
Yeah.
So this one says it's dates. That's what I'm.
So it's a date range.
Michael?
Yeah.
Invoices.
And there's categories, if it's the valuation
Kind
is
of stuff.
5,000 or more, or
Oh, for valuation. That's how it currently is set up.
so. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it pulls the fee that was paid as well.
So if we can make that so that it can apply to any fee that we specify, then that would work.
So Jason, in that zip file I sent you, there should be like the crystal report formula, so you know which fields that these our custom report, when our BSC reports are pulling from, so that maybe it might make it easier when you're looking at your report. I don't know if that would help.
No, It would help. I just don't have a license for Crystal reports, so when I open it up, I have no program to open it up with, unfortunately.
Got it.
So yeah, that's the reason why. Because I looked at it originally and I was like, "What the heck is this RPT thing?" And everyone's like, "That's the reports." I'm like, "I know, but like, is there any way to like?" I asked people around, like, "Can I get a Crystal report license?" And they're like, "No, you can't. Like, you're not a report writer. You can't do that."
Does this use Crystal then?
Katie uses Crystal. You use Crystal reports, correct?
Yes, we use Crystal reports, yes. Since I'm not a report generator. I don't write.
I get that you don't have the licensing to do that, but doesn't it make sense to have whoever has the licensing kind of look at the Crystal formulas I sent them and say, yeah, we can do this, or no, we can't?
Yes, it makes sense, but to a certain extent, because it's not going to be the exact same, like you said, it's not going to be the same, not formula, but it's not going to be the exact same, mapping to where the things are going to come from. It's going to be similar, but it won't be the exact same from desktop to enterprise. That's why they've looked at it. Yes.
I'm sorry, this is Veronica. I have a question. And I know I think I'm going to step away, but on planning, are there similar reports that can be run out of the plan module? I know I won't get to those things if there are, but I'm just curious.
Let me see. I know we had a lot of the reports. I didn't know if we had any more reports we had left for planning, if I'm honest with you, Veronica.
Yeah, that's true. I just thought, I was just curious if there were out-of-the-box reports in the plan module. Just a general question, not relating to our specific reports.
Oh, okay. There are reports for the planning module. Yes, there are out-of-the-box ones. I didn't know. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know exactly which ones were being in use with Katie. I know she was dealing with that, a lot of the other things going on with that, making sure everything was there for that.
Yeah, so, we're still just working out a few things. It was just a general question.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Kurt, I'm going to
need more help on that answer.
So as long as I'm understanding, as long as you still have access to all of these reports that we run, you're good.
Yeah.
I'll be good.
Yeah,
we don't need any customization.
No, because we're not. No. Perfect.
Okay, so
we're good. Yeah.
So planning is good. Basically, we'll leave it Anne Marie that she knows what we need. Thank you, Veronica. And did we finish with SMIP permit details?
No, he's still.
Oh,
no. For the SMIP fee details one, I'm trying to figure out to single out one fee, and I think it's going to have to be more of a customized one, to be personally honest with you. From my point of view of looking at things, I don't see how I can just choose one fee. I can choose it for all the fees. It would show all the fees that are due for every single thing, or what they paid and what they haven't paid. But I can't show just one fee out of the box, I don't believe.
Okay, so that's going to be a customization.
Yes, okay. I believe so, yeah.
And that will probably be, I'm going to think Net Zero is going to want to be able to track building and safety, fire, land
development. That's why I said if you pick any fee.
Yes.
And then if you pick
fire
can also use it.
Yeah, mitigation.
Water can use it, we can use it.
Okay.
As long as we have the ability to select any fee.
Yeah.
Building and safety, fire, land development, and Net Zero. And this is a build.
Yeah, customization.
Yeah.
And that is a high priority for us because we have to report that amount to the state.
Understandable.
Okay.
And I'm assuming same as the state building SDD's commercial fees as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those fees have to be reported to the state as well.
But if we are doing it for any fee, then it
Yeah.
covers.
Yeah, so that as long as you can figure out the way to do it fee specific, then maybe it's just one custom report. Do you see what I'm saying? That allows us to search any one fee.
Okay. Yeah.
We moved on to another report?
I was looking through a lot of these reports. I don't know how many reports, like I said, we can actually do, and that's I'm afraid of. I think we can do the certificate of occupancy. I think we can do that one.
What do you mean when you say you don't know what we can do? Do what? In terms of what?
The standard. Yeah, the standard ones. Yes, yeah. That's what I meant by that. Like, yeah. Well,
whittling through the list looking for candidates.
Yeah, I'm trying to find candidates and ones that can be used, and I'm trying to whittle it down to so we can make sure we can get everything in by a certain date. I'm just like I don't know about this one, I don't know about that one, but this one I know we should be able to do. So this is a certificate of occupancy. So this is what yours looks like currently, right?
Yeah.
And this one is a document for us. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go to a document.
It produces it.
Yeah. With the signature on it, and it pulls all the information from the permit.
Interesting.
Yeah. But we got to go in there and clean it up because it's not there anymore.
So this is what we pull in currently. This is just straight out of the box. It's a certificate of occupancy. We can add in the text right here. So we can add in, City of Ventura, Building and Safety, Certificate of Issuance. We can add all that information in, as well as, so we have the issue date, and we can add in custom fields needed for this. As
So the description, whether or not there's fire sprinklers, and all that can be added.
Yes, because those are all just custom fields that can be added to it. As we have the owner, we can have the. What was that?
I said it's not as pretty as ours, but that's fine.
Yeah, yours is a lot prettier than what we have out of the box, unfortunately.
So, and you can add the signature of the building official on there too?
That I do not know about the signature.
Can you ask about that? That would be really helpful to.
Okay. So just get like a.
Building official always there, so it's nice to already have that built in.
Okay. Yeah, I can ask about that. That's fine.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'm fine if it's not pretty. That's all right, Jake.
So this is out of the box.
Yeah.
That's two. And who needs this?
Just building and safety.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. And everybody, just to let you know, at the top of the hour, I know, Jason, you have to go. We have another meeting. Unfortunately, I should have used the same dial-in for both meetings, and I didn't. And Lisa might join us, so I'll have to cut out and go. And Chandra has to leave, too.
Looks like it's just
And then
yeah.
So this is good. We've knocked two out in 45 minutes.
Okay.
And Jason, am I hearing that you've got a list there, and you're showing all of the incomplete specification ones, right? That's 30 potential reports that could be. We're looking for candidates for out of the box.
Yeah, I'm trying to look through, making sure we have ones we can go through, and I mean there
may not be very many.
Yeah, unfortunately, right now when I'm looking through, yes, unless Katie can tell me otherwise for certain ones, but.
And there is no other reports in other status that we need to look at. It's basically this is the list.
Yeah, this is the list because when I went through the permits and documents with Chandra and Merritt, a lot of the things were pending on how building and safety were gonna set theirs up. So the same way, if it was gonna be a custom report, it'd have to be the exact same way for building and safety, for fire, and for public works, because the format's the exact same.
Yeah, but just different fields, maybe.
Yes. Yeah, just different fields maybe, and then different heading pictures and different static text maybe as well.
So what I'm going to suggest. Oh, go ahead. I want to let you finish. Sorry.
No. That's all I was going to say. You're okay.
All right. What I'm going to suggest, because we'll need some time to transition to the next meeting, I think this has been very productive. We have identified 2 reports that can be handled as out of the box. That's 16 hours of work, savings of about $4,000. It's been a very cost-saving meeting. What I'd like to do is suggest that, if Jason, you're looking through the list, we can see you looking through. Maybe let's schedule another hour like this early next week, maybe on Monday, and maybe we'll bring up the same list and we'll finish this list.
Can we do it Tuesday to allow fire to attend?
Sure. Oh, yeah, it's a Tuesday.
Because that would give them a day back.
Oh, yeah, we need fire here as well. Jason, does that sound like a good idea?
Yes. I have a meeting with planning. It's a recurrent. Oh, actually, no, I take it back. I don't think I have a meeting with planning next week. So I think, yeah, that's fine. My Tuesday works.
second meeting on Tuesday morning, maybe, okay? And to avoid your time, because I know you're on Eastern time. And
Okay.
great, this sounds like a good plan.
I like this. This helps us a lot to see your standard out-of-the-box reports against ours, so thank you, Jason.
No, thank you guys. Sorry, I mean, I couldn't go through all of them and show you guys, everything we had ready to go. I apologize. And sorry for closing my laptop and logging off for a couple minutes.
Don't even worry about that, Jason.
I think we accomplished a lot.
It takes a little while to get, to get the head of steam going, and then you get the process, and we've got that process, and now we see the light at the end of the tunnel, right?
Absolutely.
And this will give you a chance maybe to go through the rest of these and think about it with Katie. Are there any more that you want to show us? And then maybe we'll finish this task by Tuesday afternoon.
I hope so. Fingers
Okay.
crossed.
All right.
Thank you,
And
Jason.
I don't know if Stanley told you yesterday. I think he said he messaged me and told me he did. I'm still trying to plan on going out there the week of April 6th and 7th for the 2-day meeting. I'm still trying to go out there.
I know Jeff Rich will be here.
Yes, and I talked to Jeff this past week. So.
Great, and I think the week before that, that's when we're having. I think you've seen it. We're scheduled the 4-day, a whole week of UAT training.
Yes, yeah, that's what I have as well for 30th or the 2nd.
That's the week before. So maybe if you can run those back to back, you can spend the weekend in Ventura.
I cannot. I have to go to New York. It's my grandmother's 90th birthday that weekend, so that's the reason why I won't be going out there that week.
You can't miss that, but we really do hope you can make it in person.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm glad. Yeah, I mean, everything's still pending, and I mean, I'm still trying to head out there, with all this virus thing going on, but.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Let me know if you need any help coordinating hotels. We've got a really nice hotel right in front of the water. Literally, you could jump out of your balcony window into the ocean.
It's close walking distance.
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes walking to City Hall. So we'll hook you up with the information if you need it. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Thank you, Chandra, and tell Veronica thank you as well. Did I miss anyone else?
Will do. Nope, that's it.
All right. You guys have a good rest of your day.
Jason. Thank you. Talk to you soon.